Hi, Tanna Marshall here with your Feel Good Friday message. And today I want to talk to you about complaining. Are you a chronic complainer? I hate to admit that I am. And this is something that kind of flies under the radar in our everyday experience. But it's whenever you're critical or judgmental of anything or anyone, and we're so used to it, and society kind of thrives on it. That's what a lot of the media is kind of depending on to get your attention. That's why reality TV is so huge, because of all the conflict, and it's all criticism and judgment and complaining. But it's as simple as rolling out of bed and thinking, ugh, I'm so tired, I don't want to get up. That's complaining. And then you get on the road, and then there are a ton of opportunities to complain when you're on the road. This is why I really promote filling your car with love, getting into a good space. That's a whole other video. But I just want you to think about it for a minute, and I want you to pay attention to your thoughts right now. And what were you thinking before you turned this video on? What's your day been like so far? Have you been complaining about anything? Do you have something in the back of your mind that you're complaining about right now? Just pay attention. It's really quite astonishing to realize how much of our mental focus is going towards negative thinking and things that upset us, things that we don't want. What am I always saying? Focus on what you do want. But this is such a huge issue, and it's huge because we don't pay attention to it. We're not aware of it. And we're so used to everyone else complaining and then agreeing with them. And you got to admit, there's some kind of weird satisfaction in complaining about something and having someone else join in and go, yeah. It's kind of like misery loves company. But I think we all want to move away from that. We want to be more positive. We want to feel better. We want to attract people who are vibrating at a higher level and who are happier in general. So that starts with ourselves. And again, this comes back to self-love. Because when you really love yourself, you're not criticizing yourself. And unfortunately, that's something that we do all the time. We talk to ourselves horribly. We would never talk to our friends or our family or our kids the way we talk to ourselves. How many times do you run through your head, oh my God, you were so stupid, I can't believe you did that. And I'll tell you one of mine, it goes through my head all the time and I have to catch myself. I go, what is wrong with you? That usually comes after I've had maybe a chocolate binge or something. I'm like, what is wrong with you? But then I have to catch myself and go, you know what? Nothing is wrong with me. I'm human and it's okay. And this is one of the things that I love about Louise Hay, and she really, really promotes not criticizing yourself. That's one of her first rules. It's one of the things that she started with when she began this path of self-love and focusing your thoughts on what you want, changing your thoughts and changing your life. She refused to ever criticize herself. So when I catch myself now, I again do more Louise work. I run to the mirror and I go, Tanna, it's okay. I love you anyway. You'll do better next time. It's all right. Okay, I love you. So I want you to think about that. When we criticize ourselves, it's kind of natural that it's going to leak out and we're going to criticize other people. And there are those who treat others so well and they treat themselves horribly, but there's always an underlying current of that criticism towards others, regardless of what the outer behavior is. So it serves us so well to come back and go, okay, let me start with myself. And even it's in that song, Let There Be Peace on Earth and Let It Begin with Me. Same with self-love. Let it begin within yourself. And catch yourself whenever you're putting yourself down, or you feel that you've failed, or you feel that you've made a mistake. I want you to really just take a moment and go, you know what? It's okay. I'll do better next time. It's okay. Go to the mirror, look in your own eyes, say your name, and say, I love you. I love you anyway, and you'll do better next time. It's okay. So it just starts with staying aware. Pay attention to what you're thinking, what you're feeling. And when something comes up that you feel you want to voice to somebody else, maybe a criticism or a judgment, because, again, we're craving that confirmation, that agreement from somebody else, and it just fuels the fire, and it's never a good thing. Think about it. think before you speak. It's another basic rule of life, and it serves you well here. And if you get that feeling of, no, that's not a good thing, it's not going to serve a positive purpose, and ask yourself that, is this going to help anyone? Is this going to help me? Is it going to make me feel better? Is it going to help somebody else? And if it's not, don't say it. Keep it to yourself and shift your thoughts to something more positive. And that's actually a great tool to use in this. When you find something that you want to complain about, find the positive in it instead, whether it's a person or a situation or something that you did. Turn it around and look for something positive in it, because there's always something good. Where there's something negative, always something positive. So go look for the positive. And that's a good practice. I'm going to suggest that you go on a complaining fast, where you stay hyper aware of your thoughts, and just try it for a day. I know people do complaining fasts for a week, and if you fall off the wagon, you have to start all over again. I think that's pretty extreme. Let's start with one day. Because most likely within the first hour, and let's be honest, within the first 5 minutes, you're probably gonna fall off. I'm not gonna make you start all over again. Just pay attention for 24 hours. Stay aware of what you're thinking and what thoughts you're allowing out of your mouth into the world. Because even thinking it is sending that energy out, and when you speak it, it intensifies that energy. So just be aware of how powerful not only your thoughts are, but your words. You don't want anything negative going out. You don't want that negative stuff going out about you from somebody else. And we reap what we sow. Like attracts like. So if you're complaining, that negative energy is going to make its way back to you somehow, and you don't want that. So forgive yourself for all the past complaining. And then choose a day. Today's a good day. Why not? Why not start right now? And just choose to focus on the positive and take a break from the complaining. And when you catch yourself feeling critical or judgmental about anything or anyone, even yourself, just stop and go, no, I really like this about myself. I really enjoy that about that person. And you know what? This situation is actually good because of this. So just find a way to be creative. Look for the good in everything and everyone. Find things to praise in anything and anyone. Compliment people, because it makes them feel good. It makes you feel good. I mean, how many times have you thought, this is interesting, how many times have you seen somebody out in public and you admired the way they handled a situation, maybe with their kids, or maybe they were in a customer service situation, or they're wearing an outfit that you think is really attractive, or they have an accessory that you think is really cool and unusual, but you didn't say anything. You thought it, but you didn't say anything. Imagine how you would have made that person's day if you voiced that positive opinion. You would have made them feel great, and then you would have felt great. So let's totally turn this around. Let's take that complaining and that critical and judgmental voice and stop it in its tracks, and then turn it around and go, what's good about this situation? What's good about me? What's good about them? What's good about this day? What's good in traffic? What's good at my job? What's good in my family and friends and kids? And you're going to feel so much better. And you're going to see that positive stuff coming back to you. So just try it. I'd love to hear what happens. If you have any great experiences, share them below here. And if you enjoyed this video, if it puts you in a more positive frame of mind, subscribe to my channel on YouTube and forward it to your family and friends. And if you need help dealing with all of these things in your life that are bringing up the self-criticism, the self-judgment, and if you need help learning to love yourself so that you can attract the things that you want, turn your life around, transform it into something more positive, jump on over to my website, tannamarshall.com, and see what I have available to help you. And with that, I want to wish you a very positive weekend, and just see how long you can go on this complaining fast. You can get through the day, do it again tomorrow, because really don't wake up tomorrow and go, okay, it's over, I can start complaining again. Keep doing it. See how long you can take and make it a new practice. Make it a new habit. See if you can do it for 21 days. It'll be a new established habit. But for now, do it today. Have a great positive weekend, and I'll see you next week.